Hello. One of the things which I find very useful with economics is to maintain a list of articles that will be useful for pupils to improve their wider understanding of the subject. So the sort of thing I'm talking about is the articles that you can see over here. So these, as you can see by the dates, are updated quite regularly, and certainly as I come across new articles which relate to a particular topic, I can add them to these lists. Now, obviously, if I was doing that each and every time I came across a new article, it would be really quite time consuming. So what I've done is I use a couple of services together here in quite a clever way to make this really quite straightforward. Now, the service that's at the heart of this is a website or a service called Delicious. Now, Delicious is a social bookmarking site, which means it's a way of recording your bookmarks, which can be shared across devices and can be shared with different people. And that's what enables me to actually do this. So you can see, I mean, I've been using this service for a number of years now. You can see I have nearly 1,500 web links that I have found which relate to various aspects of economics and business. And the workflow for capturing these web links is quite straightforward. So let's say I've got the BBC News homepage here. And what I want to do is tag this homepage. What I can do is I can install a little extension here to Chrome, and they have little extensions to work on most web browsers. And basically, when I click on this, I get a little window popping up which asks me, it fills in the URL, it fills in the title of the web page. I can edit either of those if I want to, and then it's asking me for tags, and tags really are the bit that makes this work. Tags are how you tell the system what this article relates to. So let's say I want to tag this as being related to Econ 1 and efficiency and the EU, and so on and so on. So I can add all of these tags, and I can add as many as I want. And across, it suggests some for me, but those aren't from my list, so I generally ignore those. And I can also add my own little comment, which will appear in the list which is on my pages. So when I'm done with all of that, I can just click on the Save Link button, and it tells me a little bit there about how many people have done it. And at that point, I'm done. So I've now captured that link, and I've told Delicious the topics which it relates to. Now, if I go back to Delicious, it sometimes takes a little while to feed through here, but you can see that it's already come through. So here we go. This is my home page here. This tells me the tags that I have attached to it, and so on. And even just on that level, this site is very useful for just maintaining a list of bookmarks. What makes this even more powerful is that you can then filter them by the tags that you have applied. So, let's say I want to look at articles which relate to China. I can click on the China tag. It then tells me some other useful tags of mine which might relate to it. So I can click on stimulus as well, and it will show me down here only the articles which have these particular tags. So you can see here that I've got 3 articles that I have tagged at various points which relate to economic stimulus in China. So it's a very useful exercise just for organizing your own bookmarks. Where it can become really powerful, though, is integrating it with Firefly to create a current list such as this. So what we need to do is we need to go into our page editor. We go to our slot where we want to actually do this. We click on the More button, and what we're looking for here is a news feed. So when we click on this button, we get some options. From within this site, from an external source, resource folder, and what's new. This one is an external feed, so we want to click on this. And it now is asking me for the web address. Basically, where should this element of the page look in order to populate the news feed that we are looking for? And the general formula for that is this. So as you can see, it's http feeds.delicious.com/v2/rss/ whatever your username is / whatever you want the tag to be. So in my case, if I was to add Mr.Second where it says username and price where it says tag, then all of the things that I have tagged with price would appear within this feed. So what we do is we copy this address, we come back to our page here and we paste it in here, And now I make the alterations that I need to make. So that identifies it as my particular list. And this is the tag that I want to apply. So in this case, I'm asking it to recall all of the items that I have tagged with China in my list. Display style, you want to leave that as normal. A blog makes it a much larger thing, and a ticker makes it kind of a scrolling across the page thing, which doesn't really work in this context. Number of items to display, you can obviously kind of choose, a certain limit here. I normally go with top 10. As you can see, I've been collecting links for quite some time, so if I was to list all, that might be quite a long list, but you could start off that way. And down here, it's asking me, what do I want to include? So titles includes the title of the page. Images, if you've assigned an image to go with it, I haven't. Publication dates is quite useful. It obviously allows people to see when the article was added. Abstracts, if you want this to include that little bit of text that you wrote explaining what the link was related to and so on, then you might want to tick that. And when you're done with all of those things, you click done. You give the system a moment or two, and there you can see now I have my list, which is pulling through the 10 most recent articles that I have tagged with the word China. I can do a little bit of tweaking here if I want to. I can change the style. I normally go with lined paper for this. I can also add a heading like that, and when I click done, that's me finished. And now the pupils can go to any of these web pages by simply clicking on the link. As you can see, it has a little description that I've added to explain to the pupils maybe why it's relevant and how they can use it. And yes, when I tag anything else with China, it will automatically feed through into that list. I won't have to add it manually to the page. So using Delicious alongside Firefly is a really powerful way of improving your students' ability to access current content, articles that you have found that you think are relevant to your pupils. It also saves them from having reams and reams and reams of them printed out in their files. It saves a little bit of paper as well. So I'm just going to put back up on the screen for a moment the general web link for the feeds, so you can jot that down if you want to. So just again, http /feeds.delicious.com /v2/RSS/ the username of the person whose feed you want, which will normally be your own, / whatever you want the tag to be in that list. Delicious is a free service, easy to sign up. You can link it to Twitter and Google as well. So you can also have it publish your links to Twitter automatically for you. A really powerful tool, and especially when it's used alongside Firefly. Hope you find it useful.